The Battle of Lahore or the Lahore Front were a series of battles in the Indo-Pakistani War of 1965 fought in around Lahore. The battle ended with an Indian tactical victory. However, Indian forces halted their assault on Lahore once they had captured the village of Burki. The rationale for this was that a ceasefire was to be signed soon, and had India captured Lahore it would likely have been returned in ceasefire negotiations. Prelude. After losing hope of a plebiscite in Kashmir, the Pakistani army invaded the Indian part of Kashmir through a covert operation dubbed Operation Gibraltar. After the Indians spotted the infiltrators, the Indian army eliminated the saboteurs and inflicted casualties on Pakistani posts across the ceasefire line. Pakistan retaliated by launching Operation Grand Slam on 17 August 1965 in an effort to relieve infiltrators who had been surrounded after the failure of Operation Gibraltar on 15 August and to attempt to cut off the Indian supply lines. To relieve forces almost cut off in their part of Kashmir, India then counterattacked by crossing the international border further south with the intention of diverting Pakistani units that were participating in Operation Grand Slam. India's goal was to distract Pakistani army's attention and resources away from Operation Grand Slam, where unprepared Indian troops were at severe disadvantage against the Pakistani offensive. The battle. On the night of 5 to 6 September 1965, Indian 11th Corps began its operations by advancing towards Lahore along three axes: Amritsar-Lahore, Kalra-Burki-Lahore and Khem-Karan-Kasur roads, overwhelming the small Pakistani force. Pakistan's 10 and 11 divisions, which were deployed in the sector, began a series of rather confused delaying actions, and by the end of the first day the Indian infantry, backed by heavy armoured troops, were within striking distance of Lahore city. Some advance Indian units managed to capture Ikhorgal Canal on 6 September, but soon withdrew, since support and reinforcements were not expected to reach any time soon. Pakistani soon launched a three-pronged counterattack to counter Indian assault on 8 September, backed by its newly created 1 and 6 Armoured Division, to break through the front line formed by Indian 4 Grenadiers, 9 Jammu and Kashmir Rifles, 1 and 9 Gurkha Rifles and Rajput Rifles. On 8th, Pakistan began counterattacks south of Lahore from Kasur towards Khem-Karan, an Indian town 5 kilometers from international border. This was followed by another major armoured on 9 am 10 September to recapture lost ground despite heavy toll on Pakistani armour. The Pakistani counterattack led to the capture of the village Khem-Karan. However, a massive Indian counterattack repulsed the Pakistani forces from this sector of Indian territory. Continued heavy attrition, especially on Pakistani armour, however, meant Pakistan could not continue the counterattack from 10 onwards. Along the Amritsar-Lahore and Kalra-Burki-Lahore axis in Middle, Indian infantry won decisive battle at Burki. Pakistani counterattack, which started on 8th, Pakistani artillery pounding Indian advance on 8, 9 and 10 September. Indian units continued their advance, and by the 22nd of September, had reached the Ikhorgal Canal protecting the city of Lahore. Pakistani counterattacks were effectively tackled at Burki with little armour support on 10th, punishing Pakistani armour. Indian advance then moved on to capture Dogra, a town in the immediate vicinity of Lahore. After reaching the outskirts of Lahore, Indian army ensured that Lahore came under constant Indian tank fire to prepare for the main assault on Lahore city before ceasefire was announced. In the north, India won another decisive battle at Philora, supported by its 1 Armoured Division on 11th, destroying the Pakistani counterattack. Indians continued to advance towards Chawinda in the north from Philora and reached Chawinda by the 17th of September. However, they were halted at Chawinda till ceasefire on the 22nd of September. This was a result of the exceptional defences backed by artillery work created by Pakistani Brigadier A.A.K. Niazi, who had started preparing the defences soon after fall of Philora. Indian attack in the north only lost momentum at the Battle of Chawinda, after more than 500 square kilometers of Pakistani territory had been captured. The Pakistanis being helped by the fact that the network of canals and streams in the sector made for natural defensive barriers. In addition, the prepared defense, comprising minefields, dugouts and more elaborate pillboxes, proved problematic for the Indians. Aftermath. Even after the capture of Dogra on 2021 September, no attempt was made to capture Lahore, and the main assault on Lahore was not launched because a ceasefire was to be signed in the following couple of days, and it was known that the city would have been given back to even if it was captured. By choosing to attack Lahore, the Indians had managed to relieve pressure from Chumba-Naknor in Kashmir, forcing the Pakistan Army to defend further south. At the end of hostilities on the 23rd of September, India retained between 140 square miles and 360 square kilometers of Pakistani territory in the Lahore Front, including major villages of Bedian, Barki, Padri, Dogra, Bashan and I-Khorgal along the eastern bank of the I-Khorgal Canal. Pakistan only gained small tract of land in Kemkaran of 52 square kilometers. Awards. The fighting 5th Battalion of Indian Army, which played an important part in capturing Burki, was conferred with Battle Honour of Burki, and Theatre of Honour, Punjab. The Pakistani commander, Major Raja Aziz Bhatti, was later awarded the Nishan-e-Haider, the highest military decoration given by Pakistan for the battle at Burki, posthumously. Each year he is honoured in Pakistan on the 6th of September, which is also known as Defence Day.